Hello everybody. Well, today I'm at Fort Apache, and this is not the main focus of this video, but I had to come here to go to the cultural center, which is over there. This is the White Mountain Apaches reservation, and at Fort Apache is a boarding school. That was the dormitory. I don't know if it still is used that way. There's actually an active school over here, but I'm just going to stroll down General Cook Avenue, and there used to be these two places. There was a fire back in the 1890s, burned down a couple of officers' cabins, so they mined some sandstone and built these two sandstone buildings. And I mean, right now this one's a cafe and marketplace, but my thoughts is that probably used to be the parade ground. And you know, it's sort of typical of forts in that it's out in the open. There is a ravine down back in there, but this is where the Apache Scouts came from, that you may have heard them being connected up with the military. This was the commanding officer's quarters. Which is pretty impressive. Victorian, it was built in 1892, and it was the 5th commanding officer's quarters, because the other ones probably were wood, and like the other officers' quarters, probably burned. That happened a lot back in the day. Oh, anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna take you all inside all these buildings, because this is not the focus of this video. I'm just gonna continue to walk down through here. This is the clubhouse. The Bureau of Indian Affairs, 1930, built that. So anyway, I'm gonna stop walking you around, and I'll see you when we get to the really cool spot. Okay, now we're at the site that I want to focus on in this video. Hopefully the wind noise isn't bad compared to the last video. Anyway, I'm at the Kinishba ruins. And there's some over here, some over there. I'm going to poke around on the trails here and see what I can find. You do need a permit from the tribe to come back here, unless you're a tribal member. And you just go to the cultural center, and it's $5 for the vehicle permit back here. Or I spent $7 for the senior thing to go into the museum. It's $10 normal, but that includes the permit for here. So I don't have a ton of information on this place. They do have little numbered things, but don't really tell me. There's no guide out here. I think there was. He showed me one at the museum, but I didn't ask if I could have it. Anyway, I don't think I can get my fat butt through this door, but you got a door here, door into the next thing. Like there's 3 doors here. and it's all sandstone block, laid up dry for the most part, I think. The stonework is amazing to me, just looking at how they did it. I see some mortar and things where it looks like somebody tried to repair it, which is sort of too bad. Here's another door, but I think, from what I understand, is that about 1,000 people lived here back about 2,800 years ago. And I think they're relatives of not just the Apache, but also the Hopi and the Zuni. And yeah, as I walked up the trail, I realized how much was back in here. But I mean, just like I said, a doorway into a room. The rooms were dug down in, as we saw in that one I looked in. And upper floors, as evidenced by that door. So my interpretation of it is that this would have been a doorway right here into a room that was the living area of a family. Probably did most of their cooking and such as a community. There would have been a floor here about that high up, which is about 5 feet, 5.5, maybe almost 6 feet, and then another family living above them. So I like the location. It's on, a wash down here. I'm not sure what this is down here. Let's take a look. There's clay tile coming in here, so who knows what that was. But this is all mortared in, so it probably was something somebody did in the 1900s or early 2000s. I mean, but I was told if I keep my eyes open on the ground, I'll see some pottery shards, and I think I did see a couple. Obviously, I'm leaving them right where they lay. I'll see if I can find some more and take pictures, but so I don't know how long ago this was abandoned. Like I said, I don't really have a whole lot of information on it, but just I can imagine 1,000 people living here when I see just how many individual rooms are here. And so, I mean, I said in last week's video about how this was like a bucket list. I did not know this exact site listed, but I wanted to visit a place where ancient people had built a communal living structure, the famous pueblos and all that. Well, this is not a cliff dwellings, it's separate. But I mean, just looking at the stonework, And it does look like they used, looks like mud in between the rocks. So it wasn't laid up dry, but here's a very deep sunken one. Wonder what? Could this have been a storage, or could this have been maybe a sacred kind of spot? I wish I had the interpretive stuff, because the little number 6 might tell me. Let's go take a look at that one, if I could find the trail over there. Okay, this looks like this might be a pottery shard, just because it's looks like it's glazed on the one side, and there's a few more. Okay, so this other place, cement floor, plastered walls, 2x4s on the roof back there. This is a much more modern construction, so who knows? I'm still more interested in that one. I did some real quick research, and this was not as old as I thought, but they figured it was people, 1,000 to 1,500 people lived in here with from the 12th to the 14th century, and this may be one of the sites that Coronado visited in the 1540s when he was looking for the fabled cities of gold. That hole, that deep hole, that is a kiva, that is a site, ritual site, and this actually was 3 stories high. I mean, what's left of the rocks and stuff only really show evidence of 2 stories to me, but hey, I'm no expert. So it's a really cool site. Like I said, this is a I'm sorry about the wind again. This is a bucket list thing for me to be able to visit a site where a communal living area of this size existed. So anyway, battery's dying again. I got new ones on the way. This battery's old, so I'm gonna leave you with that. If you get a chance, come on down here. It's about an hour south of Sholo, Arizona, 5 minutes away from Fort Apache, where you'd go get the permit to visit. But again, I'm just looking at this stonework and the logs that are sticking through for ceilings that they aren't that old, or they don't look that old, but I mean, think of it, they're what, 500 years at least, probably more. So I'll leave you to it, and I will see you down the road, and I'll be back home pretty soon, later today, and we'll get back to building the shop on my place. Now after looking at this, this stone house on my place is in bad shape. It's compared to here, well, actually this is somewhat better in places. Anyhow, I'll see you down the road. Stay safe, my friends. Jumped off the wagon,